Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Holly Hughes. I'm an intuitive healer and an author and the creator of the Real Not Perfect Academy and Lab. And today I am here to share a story. People often come to me when they come for healing sessions or in a group and they talk about signals. Like, what are the messages that you receive that maybe you're not interpreting right? I've got a story about my starter marriage mother-in-law. Sit back. You're going to like this one. Let's travel back in time to when I was in my 20s. And I selected a partner based on fitting into his pants. It's true. That's how I picked him. I mean, there's a lot of other reasons. I understood his pain. I thought if I loved him enough, I could make him happy, and a myriad of other ridiculous concept about love and what it's like and what kind of love I deserve. But I digress. Let's talk about my starter marriage wedding day. There I am dressed in a really cool LA wedding dress. It was the 90s. It was super cool. And I am sitting there and we're doing some family photos, and in walks my starter marriage ex mother-in-law. She walks in and she is wearing a white outfit. Yes, it was white, a long skirt and a jacket, a jacket, and it was white. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you wearing white? And she walks up to me and she smiles, and she was taller than me. So she was looking down on me and she said, you don't have to do it. And I looked at her in shock. I'm dressed in my wedding dress. There are 150 guests walking in, and I was very aware that I was my starter husband's second wife and that his first marriage didn't make it 6 months. But I knew how to love him better. And I thought she was the most evil woman on the planet to tell me that I didn't have to do it, that I did not have to marry her son. And I'm here to tell you, in hindsight, that was a massive message of love coming from a woman I'd only met a few times, from someone I didn't really know, who knew her own child and the damage he was about to cause me. Because in that marriage, in that relationship, in those 5 years, in the majority of my 20s, I positioned myself in a relationship to be powerless. I let myself be emotionally abused. I was in a place of being verbally and mentally abused daily. And I knew he was hurting me. But I thought if I could love him enough, love him in a way that he's never been loved before, I could fix that and it would change. That is a lie. That is not how love works. Love is based on mutual respect. Yes, there are hiccups, but it's never, ever abusive. There should be rules for fights. But I digress. Let's get back to my then about to be mother-in-law. She really did take a moment before I walked down the aisle to say, you don't have to do it. That was a message of love. That was a message coming from heaven above to save me from what was coming my way. And it was awful. And I ignored her and I called her names and I thought she was awful. Because sometimes messages are presented in ways that are hard to hear. Like, we don't want to hear it because we are entrenched in a belief. We are entrenched in our own pain and our own perception of power that it won't be like that for me. I will be different. This is the same woman when I think it was 2 years' time, when I reached out to her at work sobbing. And I said, I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't figure out what to do. I can't do this anymore. And what she said back was, I know. It's not your fault. Take that in. It's kind of crazy, but she really did know what I was entering into. And I wonder now, with 20 years of hindsight, if perhaps she was in that same kind of a marriage and she didn't want that for me. The always being belittled, the always being told what wasn't good enough, all of those things. So let's talk about messages that show up in your life. You might see on a very much simpler scale a repeating number. You might see the time when it's 111 or 1111 or 222. And it's super fun to look those angel numbers up on the internet. You'll find all of the sweet messages that those mean. A message of healing might come for you too, where someone tells you no. No, I can't sell your book, or no, I don't want to hire you, or no, this is not a right fit, or no, I don't like you. And those messages can really like take you back and make you hurt a little, but really it's protecting you from putting you in a spot in your life that will make you shrink, that is too small, or maybe you're not quite ready yet for. And trust me, I've had those messages in my life multiple times and they hurt and they sting, but I'm still here thriving, have my own business, publish my own books, have won awards for my writing, have spoken in front of hundreds, maybe thousands of people, sharing my messages of love, light, and healing. But it doesn't mean that I didn't get no's. That perhaps those audiences, that times that I was told no, are not my people. And I'd really rather be around my people than a bunch of assholes. All right, what's the last kind of message that you can get? Do you have a friend who's like giving you advice? Not the kind of friend who's trying to judge or manipulate you, but that hard piece of advice. I'm going to tell you to maybe think about it, because maybe they're like my ex-mother-in-law. Maybe they're coming from a place of compassion for you because they see you from a different perspective than the hole that you're in. If you liked that story and you want to hear more, please like and subscribe to my channel. Again, I'm Holly Hughes. Have a good day.